The russet potato is an ordinary, everyday, delicious food. Today, I'm leveling up this humble pantry staple with homemade pierogi, just like Nana used to make. I'm Chef Heidi Fink, and that's what we're cooking on the coast. Today, I have my family joining me in the kitchen to make a special dish, just like Nana's homemade pierogi. This is my sister Jennifer and my niece Scarlett, who you might remember from last season. They're back for more torture. We are making pure comfort and tradition, homemade pierogies made with love. Let's get started. I'm gonna start with the fillings. I always like to make the fillings a day ahead, or at least in the morning, so they have a chance to completely cool. So I'm gonna put you guys to work. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So we're gonna make two different fillings today. We're gonna make a classic Canadian potato cheese, and we're gonna make a more traditional mushroom sauerkraut. But I do wanna mention that one of the best things about making your own pierogies is you can put whatever filling you want in it. I've done straight cheese, I've done sweet pierogies with sour cherries, I've made like a samosa filling. One of my favorites is like a roasted squash with smoked Gouda. You can do whatever. You guys,
good.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
that
right?
sounds really
Right.
good.
What do you get? What's your favorite pierogies?
I don't really eat them often.
Oh,
but
that's right.
I like original. I mean, it's just classic.
That's classic. Okay,
Right.
so here we are. We're gonna make the mushroom one. So what I do with this is I put, you're gonna do this, Scarlett.
Okay.
You're gonna dump all those in that
Okay.
food processor.
Okay.
Okay,
Got
good.
it.
Yeah, you can put that in the sink now.
Okay.
Always clean up, always,
Okay.
always be cleaning. Okay, so we're gonna put this on. This lid gets clicked on. Hang on, there we go. Okay. Now turn it on. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, turn it off again. Okay. Now hit pulse a couple times.
She's making
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is make sure the mushrooms are chopped very, very small. So let's see, do you think that's good?
You're the chef. I think that's great.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, that looks great. So I want you now, here, put that in the sink for me. I love bossing people around in the kitchen. This is great. Okay, so now you're gonna dump all of the mushrooms into there for me.
Okay.
Okay. Then what you would do next is you would cook the mushrooms down with about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter and some salt and pepper until we have a really intense, well-cooked mushroom kind of ground mixture that doesn't have very much liquid in it. So it's really intense mushroom flavor and really well seasoned.
How long does it take for that to boil down?
So that took, this smaller batch probably only took 5 to 8 minutes. I often do a much larger batch, so it takes maybe like 20 minutes. I would do it in a larger frying pan. So the larger the batch you do, the more surface area you need. Okay, let's just check on the potatoes before we deal with the mushrooms.
Ooh, they're getting pretty soft.
They're getting pretty soft. You
Those
think
are gonna be
they're done?
mashable.
Let me see. Let me be the judge. Okay, I'm gonna say they need a couple more minutes. Do you know why? I'm glad you said that, because one of the things with mashed potatoes is the potatoes have to be super, super well cooked, like almost just starting to disintegrate. If there's a little bit of resistance, they're gonna be gluey.
Right.
So the secret to well mashed potatoes is really well cooked so that all the starch has been gelatinized.
So this is why sometimes my potatoes are a bit sticky?
Yes, exactly. So we'll give that another couple minutes. So Scarlett, I would like you to, do I have another spatula?
Do you want the one that's over there?
We don't want to use a raw mushroom spatula. Okay.
I'm so incredibly sorry.
There we go. Now you're gonna put this in there.
Okay. What are we doing with this?
You're gonna mix in the sauerkraut. So once you're done with that, make sure you put it in the sink. Get every last bit out.
Of course, I would never not.
Are you memorizing this procedure so you can do this for me when
I actually
we
am.
get home?
Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna take, we have half a cup of sauerkraut, which I have squeezed every bit of liquid out and minced up, so it's about the same sort of texture as the mushrooms. And we're gonna mix that together.
I'm peeking into that.
Yeah, you're peeking into that. Okay, stir it up, stir it up. Then we'll check the potatoes.
I've never had sauerkraut before.
You've never had sauerkraut before?
Never. No, Paris really likes it, but I've never.
What kind of half Ukrainian are you?
I know. I'm so incredibly sorry.
Okay. How are we feeling?
So,
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they break apart when you touch them with a fork, but they're not like completely disintegrating.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're gonna take this strainer.
okay,
Okay. And you're gonna go drain that and bring me back the potatoes.
gotcha. Behind,
So we wanna just make sure that you steam off all that excess steam like that.
okay.
Okay, then we're gonna put the potatoes in here. Okay, now I want you, dump that in the sink. Look, she knows. She's a mom. She knows she needs to clean this sink. We're gonna put the butter in there.
Okay.
And the cheese. And Scarlett, you're gonna grab me a pinch of salt and put it in there.
A pinch of
So I've
salt.
already salted the potatoes. Maybe a bit more. A generous pinch.
A generous pinch.
Yeah, you always want to. Potatoes need a lot of seasoning.
Okay.
Okay, good luck.
I'm just gonna do this.
Okay, you got it.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. This is gonna be a fun little game.
Sorry. called
I feel like this is like kitchen challenges with Chef Heidi Fink.
Yeah, you've got 30 seconds or you're chopped.
Mash without them spilling all over.
Yeah.
She does this to me at home too.
All right, that looks beautiful. Okay, so perfect. Great job, Jen. Okay, so see, thank you. So see this? See how smooth and fluffy this is? We used a medium cheddar. You want to be careful not to use a super strong cheddar for this. You want just a mild cheesy flavor. So this is, like I said, the classic Canadian potato cheese filling, and we've got our more traditional mushroom sauerkraut filling. We're gonna let these cool completely before we make our handmade pierogies. Oh, Scarlett, do you want to take this one?
We've got lots more to come. Don't go yet.
Plus, after the break, Heidi's going out on the road.
Cooking on the Road is brought to you by Whisk Victoria, the small but mighty kitchen gadget store for every home chef.
We're here at Big Wheel Burger with Kaylin, and we're gonna learn all about one of my very favorite burger joints. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hi Heidi, welcome. Welcome to Big Wheel Burger.
Thank you. So tell me a little bit about the place, how you got started.
Well, we're in the restaurant business
Okay.
doing fine Italian, and I spent a lot of time in the States, so I had this sort of vision of better fast food. It was a movement that was happening probably mid-2000s.
Yeah, yeah.
And for a couple of years, I was trying to convince my partners to open Big Wheel Burger. My nickname's Big Wheel, so it's natural.
Oh, I've always wanted to know where the name came from.
Yeah, and I wanted to do a better fast food. So traditionally, fast food joints are stigmatized with waste and low wages and things like
Right.
that. And I wanted to see if I could do a different spin. So our original idea was to make a freshly ground product,
Right.
use local sourcing, carbon neutral
Right.
is what we started with, and the community embraced it well. So we've been here since 2011.
Yeah,
Now we have 6 locations. So in 2018, we started a foundation. In 2020, it really came to life during the pandemic. There was a need in the community. So we decided to incorporate our customers as well as our suppliers in
Right.
it and us. So what we decided to do is we charge our customers a 1%, which we match.
Right.
So 2% of all of our revenue goes to our foundation.
Okay.
We ask our suppliers to donate as well.
Oh.
Since 2020, we've been able to raise and donate $620,000 to the community.
That's incredible.
And the money goes right into the communities where we operate. So it's really about building a business that supports the community and having the community support our business.
I think that one of the reasons it's so successful is because the food is super delicious.
You can't do it without a good
Yes,
product. So
exactly.
the key is the product.
The key is the product.
So we're the proudest about our product. Would you like to try some?
I would like to try it. I'd like to actually see how this is made.
All right, behind the scenes, let's go. Oh, there it is. Delicious Berryman Farm chicken.
That
It's a
looks
local
so good.
provider. So we try to source everything we can local. Our beef is made it's Abbotsford from Hank's grass-fed. The hot sauce is local from Island Pepper Company. And the bun is Irene's Bakery, which is a local bakery.
So good in here.
And it's just fantastic.
I love the concept of a fast food chain with a health and sustainability focus.
Yeah, it's
it
different.
appeals to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a really good burger, and everybody loves the idea that they can do it with a conscience.
Yeah, well, I think it makes people feel better about eating
Yeah.
fast food and burgers. Really, what makes us is our staff. Just because we're fast food doesn't mean we can't be hospitable.
Yeah.
We love the community, we love what we do, and we're super stoked to be a part of it.
All right. Well, and I'm super stoked to try this burger. So.
Let's eat.
All right.
I love it.
Ooh, this looks so good.
I hope you
can't wait
enjoy
to
it.
bite into it. Oh.
I'm nervous.
Oh, it's
Good?
spicy. Oh,
You got the
it's so good.
spice? Okay, good. Island Pepper Company is amazing. Yeah.
That's incredible. Oh my God, that hot sauce is amazing. That burger's so crispy. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for showing me around.
Thanks for
and
coming
this
in.
delicious burger.
Thanks,
It's amazing.
Heidi.
Thank you. Welcome back to the kitchen. I have my sister Jennifer and my niece Scarlett here to help me make handmade pierogies with love. We've already made the filling, so let's get started on the dough. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Scarlett, you're gonna be on the dough.
I'm ready.
So first of all, right now we have got 2 cups of flour and half a teaspoon of salt mixed in there.
Sounds good.
Now you're gonna crack an egg into this bowl.
Okay.
Great. And then you're gonna whisk that together.
Oh, amazing.
Okay, and now you're gonna scrape this half a cup of sour cream into there.
Okay.
So the sour cream makes a very pillowy, tender dough. Perfect. And I whisk that up.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I know, it's kind of hard to whisk sour cream, isn't it? Yeah, make sure it's a nice homogeneous mixture.
It looks so good.
She's such a mom, she's pre-clearing, but we need it. Yeah.
Sorry.
You're gonna scrape that into there, as
I
well
see.
as we're gonna add a quarter cup of room temperature butter. And then you're gonna have to get your hands in there and mix it up.
Right away.
Well, you can start with the fork, and then once it's too hard to mix with the fork,
Okay.
then you can, yeah. Perfect, thank you. God, I love having these kitchen helpers. This is so great. Yeah, and you can kind of mash the butter up, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you have to make the dough at least an hour ahead of time. You know, you can do it even the day ahead and keep it in the fridge because after we mix the dough and knead it, the gluten needs time to relax for you to be able to roll out the dough. But this dough is a really, really delicious, tender, and pillowy pierogi dough.
Proper kneading technique?
You're gonna start by sticking your hands in there, getting it all mixed up. You're just doing this so you don't have to get your hands dirty.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so what I'll do, Scarlett, is I'll get it so that it's a cohesive ball, and then you're gonna keep kneading it for me.
Of course
okay?
I will.
Yeah.
I would love to.
And we don't need to flour the counter, okay? Right now it looks really, really dry, but do not worry, this is gonna become a really soft, tender dough, so do not be tempted to add any extra liquid to it, even though it looks worrisome. And also, as you're kneading it, it's gonna start getting a little bit sticky, but do not add flour to it. Just keep kneading it like that.
I'm
Just go
gonna
like that,
knead it.
turn it, fold it, push it away from yourself.
Okay.
Like that, over and over again.
So how do you know when it's done then?
You'll see, it's kind of like, it gets kind of silky and elastic. It takes a few minutes. Now you don't want to over knead the dough either.
I'm actually really good at kneading dough.
Look at you.
Thank you so much.
You're a rock star.
Thanks, Mommy. Oh, okay.
Okay, perfect. Now, of
While
course,
she's doing
while
that
she's
hard
doing
job.
that, yeah, I already have some dough made, obviously, because we had to make this well ahead of time so that it had time to get tender. We're only gonna roll it half at a time. So I often make this in a double batch. So this makes about 4 dozen pierogies, the recipe that I've given you, and I usually do a lot more than that. So, because if you're gonna go to the trouble of making homemade pierogies, you might as well stash your freezer.
When does it get past the sticky part?
Oh, here, well then you can also do this.
Oh, thank you.
This is what this is for, a dough scraper.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Do you want me to sprinkle?
Sprinkle, yeah. Or as we say in our family, spronkle.
Sprinkle?
I don't know, that's enough. You don't wanna overdo it.
Offensively over sprinkling.
Yeah, offensively. Okay, so now you're gonna roll this out. You're gonna really get your back into it. Initially, you can be more gentle, but as you go, and keep flipping it and getting more flour underneath, and just keep going until it's very thin. I'll tell you when. Ooh, this is good. Now I get to just walk around, you get to boss around. What?
Do we have a shape we're aiming for? Like circle, rectangle?
Doesn't matter, no, because we're just gonna be cutting it.
care.
So once you see it sticking like that, then you flip it. Yeah, and make sure you get some on there. Now do I get to walk around and be like,
The judge?
And be like,
Yeah,
I don't know if my sister's doing this quite right.
So right now it's kind of shaggy and rough and it's not holding together. So once it's relatively smooth, then you can stop kneading it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the point when it's starting to bounce back like you just saw.
Yeah.
This is the point where you really need to show it who's boss and like really get your back into it. Because we're trying to get it as thin as possible, otherwise the dough is too thick for the fillings that we have. Okay. And this is the same dough that you would use even if you're doing sweet pierogies. This is just the same dough that I use all the time.
Okay.
Go for it. It needs to probably be a half again as big.
Okay. I feel like this is kind of like therapy, like you really work out your stuff.
Yeah.
Don't let that dough talk back to you.
Okay, this is great. Okay, and look at that, Scarlett. Yeah, that's beautiful. So we just wrap that up and set it aside for at least an hour, and then you're ready to roll. Okay, so then you're going to do this.
Cut out my little
Cut out
circles?
your little circles, okay? So I'm using a biscuit cutter. I think that's a 3-inch biscuit cutter. It doesn't have to be scalloped like that. It can be a round biscuit cutter. You could use like a glass, anything that'll cut stuff in a round shape. Yeah, perfect. Now I'm gonna get the filling out. So we already rolled the mushroom ones, so we're gonna just show you how to do the potato ones. Let's talk about what I've got going on over here. So I have some onions that I've sauteed. This is 2 onions and probably about half a cup of butter, honestly. You gently saute, you don't wanna get any browning on them, and you wanna see that butter oozing out because we're gonna use it to toss the pierogies in once they're finished cooking. And I've got some boiling salted water here that we're gonna be ready to go when we're ready to cook the pierogies.
I'm gonna say this is surprisingly tough dough for like, I'm putting pressure on that, and it is.
It's weird that it's very firm and resilient, but it isn't tough in your mouth. Yeah. So you can twist it a little bit if you have to. All right. Okay, so Scarlett, you and I are gonna start filling these. I'm gonna put this back over here.
Sounds good.
So what we need to do is I go around with a little spoon, and I actually make little potato
Balls? Yeah.
Okay.
Filling balls?
Filling balls, yeah.
You got it.
Okay, and then you're just gonna put that in the middle of each one. It's about a tablespoon, maybe a little less. It depends. You can make these bigger if you want. Yeah. So you can, if you want, see how my sister's pulling off the excess dough like that? If you want to, yeah, you can form it into a ball and re-roll it. It's okay re-rolling it one time, but I definitely wouldn't re-roll it twice. It gets really tough when you do that. But you're gonna have to let it rest for a little while. I usually only make these at Christmas, if I'm being totally honest, but I make a huge batch and store them in the freezer so that we have them ready to go. And it's the best when you have a team to make it together, because then it's like it's like a pierogi making party. You can make it all together.
I feel like you need to hide these from the family, because the boys are gonna be like,
Not something you want to keep out.
oh, I don't know what happened to all the pierogies, Mom.
Okay, I'll let you guys finish that. I'm just gonna wash my hands. Okay, guys. Okay, so now what you're gonna do, you need a little bit of water, just dip it on your finger and run it around a couple of them. We're gonna do all, but don't water them all because they get kind of soggy. Okay. Then this is what you do. You gotta pick it up and pretend it's almost like a taco. You gotta fold up and you gotta pull the dough up and over the filling like that. So one of the mistakes I see people making a lot is they just fold from one side, and then one side of the dough gets overstretched and the other side doesn't, and then that overstretched side tends to burst. So just try and make sure not to get any of the filling in the seam or they're gonna burst, okay? Okay. So pull up and over and then pinch, 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 pinch. And we're also gonna go over these with a fork to enforce that edge, partially to make it look pretty, but also mainly to make sure that it holds. You can see how, you know the old adage, many hands make light work. When there's a bunch of people working on it, it doesn't take long at all. So the last thing we need to do is just take this fork, and you see how you're just gonna take the edges of the tines and press. So I'm gonna get you guys to work on that while I talk about how to cook them.
Both sides?
No, just one side.
Just one side.
Yeah, so just make sure you press all the way around so it just kind of enforces that seam. So I like to put these on a tray with parchment because what I do is I always immediately put them in the freezer. So unless you're planning on cooking them like within 20 minutes of making them, you definitely always want them in the freezer because even with dry fillings, the moisture from the filling will start to go and leach into the dough and then likely make them burst apart when you go to cook them later. So I put them on a parchment lined tray into the freezer and then we cook them directly from frozen. So I have some made already, of course. So let's get this boiling salted water happening. And I'm gonna pull. I've got the mushroom sauerkraut and some potato ones in the freezer. I'm just gonna pull them out.
Oh yeah, this one's already getting squishy.
Yeah, I just put them on a little plate. Yeah, keep going with these ones. So we're gonna do a mixture. This is gonna be like a surprise. Nobody knows what they're gonna get. Actually, you can kind of tell. The mushroom ones, the filling's quite dark, so you can see it. But I sometimes do like different types of cheese, like, the orange cheese filling and the squash filling. You can't really tell. So then it's just a big surprise. So we're gonna pop that into the freezer. We're gonna cook these. So I will take the lid off in a second. We'll check them. All right, let's check on these. When they float, they're ready. So they're not quite ready. Okay, let's grab some plates. So we're ready. Oh, these pierogies are starting to float. Let's take a look at them. Oh yeah, look at that. Good. Don't they look good? All right, you know when they're floating like that, that means the dough is cooked.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, they're gonna be so good. Okay, I'm gonna go drain these and then I'm gonna put them in my onion pan. There we go. Then we're gonna put them in there. Ooh, one of the mushroom ones burst. There's always one. That's okay, snacks.
My Ukrainian mother-in-law calls those flatties.
Flatties.
And she fries them up in the onion and butter. It's not a problem.
Okay,
they get eaten.
I could see that. Okay, let's plate these up. So we're gonna actually start with the sausages on here. I have these beautiful, these are some pork sausages. You could use whatever type of sausage you want. All right, do you guys want to put 2 sausages on each plate for me? Sure.
Look at those beauties.
Oh, do you know how to plate?
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay, now I always like to do a little bit of a beet salad when I have my pierogies. Otherwise, I feel like I'm not eating any vegetables. So this is just a really simple beet salad that's been marinated in a very simple vinaigrette. I will have the recipe posted along with the pierogi recipes.
It smells so good.
I know, doesn't it?
Oh, the beet salad is my favorite.
I know, I love beets. Beets are like one of the top vegetables, I think. Yeah. It's like my true Eastern European roots. My favorite vegetables are potatoes, beets, and cabbage.
I am the same. Oh my gosh, it's like we're like sisters or something.
Oh, we should probably get some sour cream. Jen, you want to see if there's some sour cream in the fridge?
Yes, I sure do.
Perfect. Perfect. Oh.
who doesn't want sour cream on
Okay, is that enough pierogies, do you guys think? I should.
there? Is there ever enough pierogies?
So I also want to give a little tip about sour cream. In order to get this nice creamy texture, as soon as you open the container, stir it with a fork, whip it up until it's smooth. Otherwise, it's kind of a weird gelatinous texture. Okay, and then I've got some fresh dill to match. I've got a bit of dill in the beets.
Oh.
Just a little greenery on the
Oh
plate.
my gosh. It's like she's a chef.
Look at that. There you have it, just like Nana's homemade pierogies.
It smells so good. Can we dig it?
Okay, oh my God, I'm not even waiting. So good. Just like Nana's.
Pairings are brought to you by Liquor Plus. Discover the plus.
Delicious and comforting. That's how I think of my homemade pierogi, and I'd love to hear how Shannon, our favorite Liquor Plus rep, would think about a drink to go with this.
Perfect. Thank you for having me. So I brought cider today.
Okay, I can see that, yeah.
Something a little different. So sea cider from Vancouver Island. They do both non-alcoholic and alcoholic, but I thought, you know, because this was a kind of family fun sort of episode, let's maybe open a non-alcoholic.
I love that, yeah.
Okay.
But it's good that we could do either.
Yes, so all of the temperance ciders are their non-alcoholic ciders. All of the apples that they source, for the most part, and all that they grow are organic.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What I really love about Sea Cider is how much they give back to the community. They donate a lot of their profits to nonprofit organizations like Young Chefs.
Oh, okay.
An organization that works with young kids to teach them about healthy cooking and eating and growing.
That's great. Well, I'll cheers to
Cheers.
that. Yeah.
So this is their cherry.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites.
They also do just a straight apple, and they do an apricot as well.
Okay, well, so we got two types of pierogies. There's a mushroom sauerkraut, and this one's a potato cheese. So you decide what you want to try first.
So I think, you know, sauerkraut and, you know, just even their regular kind of apple
that would
cider
go
would
well.
be really good as well.
I'm gonna try both. Yeah, that tastes good. I mean, apple, potato, onion, I don't know, it just all kind of seems to go well together. How does it taste with the mushroom one?
Very good, actually. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm trying that now. You've inspired me. These are so good. Yeah, you're right. That
There's
does go
something
really well.
about that mushroom.
Yeah, it goes actually super well with this cherry one. Well, thanks so much. This tasted really good with my homemade pierogies.
Thank you for having me again.
Show us your take on these pierogies. You can put whatever filling you want in, but the secret is in the pinching. Take a photo and tag me on social media. I'm Chef Heidi Fink. The more you learn, the better it tastes. I need to have another bite of this cheese one, actually.
I think I would like to have another bite of this mushroom.
The mushroom one?
I don't know if I've ever had pierogies with mushroom.
Oh yeah, it's kind of traditional, more like a Polish filling, but
Interesting.
it's really good.
And what kind of sausages are they?
Those are called cabbage roll sausages.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but you can get like, I normally just do some kind of like bratwurst style, but those mushroom ones are the bomb.com.
They're really good.